What up, YouTube fam? It's your man Logician with part 3 of Black women, thugs, nerds, uppity Negroes, and the media. And I was saying that hip-hop portrays the exact opposite as the quote nice or good brother. And the quote nice or good brother or nerd or uppity Negro in the media is the exact opposite of what's portrayed as in hip-hop in the media. In hip-hop, you know, they've taken the image of the thug, in which was really perpetuated by Tupac Shakur. But he didn't mean thug to mean just a violent, ignorant nigga, you know, that just abused women, got money, you know what I'm saying, that smoked weed all day. You know, his an acronym that he used for thug was never ignorant. Was I'm sorry, that's the other one. The hate you gave little infants fuck the world. Let's see, the hate you gave little infants fucked everybody. Sorry, not the world. Well, that is the world, but so his ideal, and his philosophy behind being a thug and thug life, you know, it's really been taken out of context. It was about young black men in the ghettos that really didn't have too much opportunity coming together and using their resources to begin to create opportunity within the spheres of influence and their communities that they had. Now, thug has been perpetuated by the media to be just a ignorant nigga, you know, that's just out here trying to get money at any means possible and dogs women, you know, and they show and they purposely perpetuate that because white people eat it up. You know, young white people they love that image, even though they're not that, and they're not going to be that, and they're never looked at as that, but they love it. And this image is perpetuated, but these images are, you know, being implanted on the consciousness of young men and women in the black community. So you have in hip hop, like Lil Wayne right now, you know, tattoos all over him, you know, wearing a grill, you know, I don't know about his education. I don't know if he graduated from high school, if he was homeschooled, if he ever got any, you know, academic credentials from high school or what. I don't know. That's a mystery to me. You know, women all around, always wearing, you know, tons of jewelry, stuff like that, talking about, you know, the same materialistic things over and over again, getting money, getting women, smoking weed, you know, being hard, I'll shoot a nigga in the, you know, all that kind of stuff is the opposite of the uppity Negro and the nerd portrayed in these other sitcoms. So you have opposing characters and that, you know, these young girls see all this stuff, and so do young guys. When you turn on one channel and you see somebody, you know, making millions of dollars and is rich and famous, acting and behaving a certain way, and then you turn on another show, and this is, you know, a sitcom or something like that, and you see, you know, that this guy is being berated and downgraded by his own peers for certain types of behaviors. You know, what's a young person, you know, that doesn't have any guidance anyway because there's no father in the house? What's a young person going to choose? You know, going to choose if they don't have any spiritual, you know, basis or no father in the house? Their mother's out working, or she might be crazy. A lot of these kids are going to, you know, do what most humans do. They're going to choose, you know, the expedient path, you know. So a lot of these young people end up in a very bad situation. If you go back to my first series on why women choose thugs and bad boys over nice guys, I explained how we're socialized in a way that makes us, that creates friction between sexes in relationships. Then you have these media imprints that completely destroy the black man and completely the black man being an intelligent, peaceful individual, and portray him as being, just a wild monkey, just a big gorilla, that's willing to do anything, for money or women or whatever, and they portray that as exciting, So it's an uphill battle for this generation. You got these young sisters out here got a lot to deal with. These young brothers out here got a lot to deal with. And without the proper influence to teach these young people that what they've been imprinted with on a subconscious level is wrong. I mean, if you don't know, my mother told me Malcolm X, read the dictionary, so I started reading the dictionary. I go to school one day, they told me I sounded white. It's like a white man. So I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, how do I sound like a white man? And I'm talking like this because I'm trying to incorporate words I read out of the dictionary, and I read the dictionary because Malcolm X read the dictionary. So that shows the ignorance that they didn't know Malcolm X was doing that. So these media images are actually doing the best that they can to reverse the accomplishments of our people, academically, politically, in the sciences. You don't hear nothing about black scientists. You don't see how we're, look at Gates. Professor Gates from Harvard just got arrested in front of his house. It's just nonsense is still going on. So we need to be wise. We need to look after our young people. We need to help them understand that the world is not as it is, instead of continuing to perpetuate this nonsense, because the system, they got on lock. If you a dope boy, you gonna get caught, because they've been practicing catching us and locking us up for the last 30, 40 years. They the ones that dumped heroin in the black community in the 40s, 50s after World War II, and in the 60s. They dumped crack in the black community. They dumped the guns in the gang infested communities out in LA with the Bloods and the Crips. How do you think they get all these freaking guns? From the freaking system. The boys up top, they know what the deal is, and Tupac said it. When his song changes. First, give them drugs, let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back and watch them kill each other. And that's what the media is designed to do. The media is designed to just support and amplify everything that's going on in the black community. All of the negative, the strife, the fighting and back and forth between the sexes, between black men and white women. All this stuff is helped perpetuated by the media. So brothers and sisters, watch what y'all watching out there. Watch what your kids are watching. Watch what your kids are listening to. Watch how they talk. Watch how they act. Like I said, they got this system of how they program us on lock. They've been programming us for a long time. It's about time for us to understand and look at this in a more sophisticated way than just being selfish, and thinking about ourselves, or the next generation will have a chance. Alright, fam, that's more hot science and true knowledge from me. Y'all stay up.